You have pig-headed determination. That's the meanest thing somebody could say to you, right? Or is it? We're going to talk about it on today's podcast.
I've spent the last 20 years studying, teaching, and coaching people to find their greatness and take their lives to the next level. Along the way, it's become evident that emotions are at the root of everybody's successes and failures. Worry and fear are the enemies, and it's time to forge the armor and earn the tools to overcome the two things that could single-handedly destroy your future. Hi, my name is Michael Johnson, and I'm a life coach, a peak performance trainer, and I'm the emotions guy. It's time to take back control of how you feel, control of how you act, and control of how you experience life. It's time to become a lifer, a new breed of overachiever focused on living every minute to its fullest. We are responsible for how we feel, and no one and no thing can make us feel anything. Emotional mastery is our journey, and emotional education and intelligence is the key. We are lifers, and this is Magic for Life.
What's up, everybody? Michael Johnson here with the Magic for Life podcast, and I'm so excited that you joined me today because we're going to talk about pig-headed determination. We're going to be in part 4 of the secrets to success, right? Okay, so pig-headed determination, that sounds like it could be like an insult, right? And you know what? I think if it's used the wrong way, it probably is an insult, right? Just stop being so pig-headed, right? And, you know, I didn't grow up on a farm or with any pigs. Actually, maybe I did grow up on a farm at times, but there were no pigs. But apparently they're maybe stubborn, and pig-headed is maybe an insult. I don't know. That's kind of an interesting idea. But the point is that there is a man named Chet Holmes. If you don't know who Chet Holmes is, go out and get his book. It's an amazing book, and there's so much great information in it. And if you're in business, if you are an entrepreneur, if you are anybody that cares about moving your business world forward, or even your life, for goodness sakes, there's some great information in it. So go find some of the works of Chet Holmes. But he talks about himself as being pig-headed and having this grim determination to be able to move forward and do what needed to be done, even when he was getting tons and tons and tons of no's. And so what happened was, and this is a summary of the idea, but he was going out and trying to get the attention of some of the top magazines that he was trying to promote to, and they weren't paying attention, but he just kept pushing through. He just kept paying attention to it. He just kept hitting after it. Finally, and eventually, he got the attention of one of the major magazines that he was trying to get attention of for his business, and then it exploded, and then everybody sort of followed pace from there. This grim determination is such an asset, and as an entrepreneur, and even an athlete, this is so important. You know, you go back and you look at these successful people from our history, from our past, and one of the things that you can find as one of their success secrets along the way is that they were determined to make it happen. They were determined that this was going to be their thing, whatever it was. And it didn't matter. It wasn't about failure. It wasn't about them having a result that they weren't excited about. It wasn't about that. It was about them proceeding forward. It was about them continuing to believe in what it was that they were going to do. And it was that grim determination, that pig-headed, I'm going to make this happen no matter what, that actually got them to the success. And over again, there are results that you can see from successful people. And most of the time, if you listen to any interviews from the most successful people, they were there. And many times they were on the brink of what most people would have already long given up on. We oftentimes say, test this out. Test this out and see if it works. And what a lot of people do is they test it out, they go, that didn't work, and they move on. They go to something new. Now, when is enough enough? When have you spent enough time trying or testing something new? Well, depends what your thing is. If it's your thing, if it's what you're passionate about, if it's what you care about most, if it's what you love, then it's about making it to that goal, heading towards that lighthouse and achieving that thing that you're going after. And it might take some pig-headed, grim determination to get there. And that indeed is one of those attributes that our successful predecessors have had, right? They actually used those things that they were doing and maybe not having success with as the thing that helped fuel them to keep doing it over and over again. And thank goodness, right? Thank goodness that was the case. Thank goodness there were people before us that had that grim determination that they were going to accomplish something and create something and do something that had never been created before. Because if they hadn't, we'd be missing out on a lot of fun things and a lot of things that really have changed and shaped our world to the way it is now. And you could probably think of some. You could probably imagine in your mind some things that maybe wouldn't be the case today if it wasn't for some of that grim determination, some of that pig-headed, I'm going to get this done no matter what. And one of my favorite quotes, and you know what, I didn't pull it up, I just thought of it, but one of my favorite quotes was from Will Smith, and it went something along the idea of there has to be a certain level of delusional quality to you to believe that you could keep doing something over and over again and actually expecting a different result, which is typically the definition for insanity. But it's not that you're doing the same thing over and over again and not making any adjustments. That part would be insane. But it's about continuing to do something over and over and over again and going after it relentlessly and making your adjustments along the way and deciding, hey, you know what, I'm going to do that. I'm going to see what worked and what didn't work, and I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to do it until I achieve it. And having that grim determination that I am going to get this done. I'm going to figure out a way to get this done. And that can be challenging, right? Because there's so many emotions. There's so many things that need to go with this that oftentimes we can talk ourselves right out of it. We can oftentimes go in and beat ourselves up because we say, well, you should give up. You should stop doing that. You should move on. You should do something else. You should do something different, right? Oh, thank you. So here's the quote, right? It's from Will Smith. I think that there's a certain delusional quality that all successful people have to have. You have to believe that something different can happen, right? And that's it. That is the element of that quote that is awesome, right? Certain delusional quality. And for those of you out there, for those of you that are the entrepreneurs trying to change the world, there's a certain delusional quality that you have, that you're going to be able to do this thing, that you're going to be able to change the world. And through that grim determination, you're going to find a way to do it. So dig in, put on that pig-headed determination, and let's go get what it is that's burning as a passion in your soul. Don't give it up. Don't put it down. Just fight for it. Go after it. I'd like to hear what it is that you are shooting for. What is it that you're going after? I'd like to know. I'd like to hear about it. I'd like you to call your shot, not in a conceited fashion, not in a way where it's like, oh yeah, I'm so great, but just call your shot. Let the world know, put it out there in such a way that people know what you're going after. It's scary as heck, but you know what? With some grim determination, you'll go after it. You'll be able to create that thing that is burning as a passion in your soul. And it could just be for right now. Right? It could just be for right now. It doesn't mean that it'll be that passion for the rest of your life. So many people are so afraid of making a decision saying, this is what I have to do. And so I'm going to have to do this until I die. And so then they don't make the decision. No, just until you find another passion, until you find that next burning fire in your soul. So until then, dig in. Let's go get the thing that you need. Put in the comments, wherever you're watching or listening to this, put in the comments what it is that you're shooting for. What is it that you have that grim determination, that pig-headed determination to go after and go get, and that you're going to commit to going after? Put it in the comments below. I'd love to hear about it. And as usual, if you know somebody that needs to hear this message today, because you've heard them over and over again say, I had this idea, but I'm not going to go after it. Maybe they need to hear this message. Maybe it's time for them to step up. So share this with them wherever they might listen to it. Heck, we're everywhere. We're on YouTube. We're on Spotify, Stitcher, iTunes. We're all over the place. So share this with them wherever they might listen to it. And let's help some people pick up some of that grim determination, that pig-headed stubbornness to get the job done. We'll see you on the next podcast. Take care.
Hey lifers, we expect upgrades to the base operating functions of the things like our phones, cars, and even refrigerators. Why then has it not been made a priority that we upgrade the operating systems of our emotional states? We dance around the subject of emotional mastery from a young age. We have so much more knowledge in today's world, yet we're still teaching outdated methods of emotional education, if any are being taught at all. It's time for a change. It's time for an upgrade to our emotional education. Let me help you learn how to do that. Pick up your free copy of Every Minute at everyminutebook.com.